we have some breaking news on another front. Michael Avenatti, the former attorney of Stormy Daniels, the porn star who's alleged a previous affair with President Trump, is under arrest on charges of an extortion scheme targeting Nike. For more on this, we're bringing in Alexis Keenan. Alexis, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, so a lot of surprises here, actually. It's not just Nike. There are reports that it's Nike. He's been arrested already in New York on these charges having to do with Nike. And the allegation is that he is extorting the company for $20 million. Saying that he will use his influence and his ability to gain publicity in order to, extort the company, presumably by some sort of negative press or some sort of reputational harm to the Nike company. Also in California, additional federal charges, wire fraud, bank fraud. These charges carry maximum penalties of 50 years in prison. This is just in addition to what's going on in New York. These in California are said to be having to do with Avenatti filing false tax returns in order to get somewhere around $4.1 million in loans. Also negotiating a settlement on behalf of a client that was never paid allegedly to a client, and instead misappropriating those funds to use them for his own businesses, not only his law firm, but he also owns another business as well.
Wow. All right. Well, we already knew that Avenatti had his own problems before this even came out too. He's had, obviously he was the attorney for Stormy Daniels, not anymore. Right. So now just another thing on his plate. Yeah,
this is really shocking. I mean, these are very, very serious charges in both cases.
So if he is found guilty, what happens then? Or I mean, like, if, what's the next step here?
Right. So I've only had time so far. We're just still digesting all of this. I've only had time to look at the California charges so far. Those carry 50 years in prison as a maximum penalty. So you add these two together, not a good sign here for perhaps what's to come. Of course, he's presumed, he has the presumption of innocence. So we don't know anything about, the evidence behind any of these charges at this point. But I was actually just taking a look, too, at his Twitter account. And there was a tweet from Michael Avenatti's account about an hour ago. And in it says, tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, we'll be holding a press conference to disclose a major high school/college basketball scandal perpetrated by Nike, and he names @Nike in that tweet, that we have uncovered. This criminal conduct reaches the highest levels of Nike and involves some of the biggest names in college basketball. So it looks like this arrest came in close timing with this tweet here, because this is just about an hour ago.
And Nike's very resilient. They've weathered a lot of these controversies before, so I think they'll be okay.
Shares
Shares
down.
If this is even, if this is accurate at all.
For sure. All right, Alexis Keenan, thanks so much for bringing that. Clearly, as it develops, we'll have you back on to flesh that one out.
Okay, we'll keep watching.